All right, besties, I know not everyone wants to wake up at 7 a.m. for my class, so in case you missed it, here's everything I taught today. And today was my sculpt class, so we definitely got some work in, but feel free to play around with the size of the weights to find whatever works best for you. We got the whole class down to under 1:30, so let's get into it. Surprise, we're starting off with core, and this is just to help my students get that mind-muscle connection, which is essential in Pilates. We're pausing at the top of the roll-up and doing a little shoulder press and leg lift, and for both of these moves where you're lifting your legs, I want you to make sure that you're moving from your hip and not just dropping at the knee. I also want you to make sure that your elbows are out wide and your shoulders are rolled back down and away from your ears. With the foot that's down, I want you to really try to just have your big toe on the mat, but if you need to, you can lower more of your foot for support. For this teaser portion, try to have your legs as straight as possible, but don't be discouraged if you're not there yet. You'll get there one day, I promise. For this next series, if your wrist bothers you, feel free to drop to your elbow. You also have two options to lift to your modified side plank or to a full side plank. If the modified side plank feels too easy, but the full side plank feels too much, try to do it without the weight. If you're down on your elbows, instead of doing the push-up, I want you to press your hips up and back into a pike. Then come back through your low plank and open to your side plank. For this plank series, it's super important that you keep your butt in line with the rest of your body and not let it stick up in the air. I know I always say this, but we're hugging our ribs together and we're pulling up from our belly button, so we're not dropping our hips, but we're also not keeping our butt up. From here, we're going to the spicy part, which is standing, starting with just the shoulder press and then adding in that knee drive. For the single leg RDL, remember that this video is sped up, so I want you to go super slow and with control. And you have the option of not extending that back leg all the way. You can drop it down to the mat. For all this single leg work, make sure that you're not opening up on the hip of the leg that's working and you're keeping both hips squared with the mat. And same thing here, you don't have to lift that back leg. You can keep your toes down when you hinge forward. This entire standing series, if you have a mirror nearby, I recommend that you turn to the side so that you can keep an eye on your back and make sure you keep a flat back the entire time. One last little pulse to burn out that glute and you're done. Bye.